Caching application pages and data. The main issue with web-based development is performance. In ASP.NET, opening a database connection and retrieving data is a slow operation. The best way to improve the performance of your data access code is not to access the database at all. By taking advantage of caching, you can cache your database record in memory. Retrieving data from the cache, on the other hand, is faster. Caching is one of the best and often easiest way to improve the performance of an application. With caching, a copy of your data is stored in a location that can be accessed very easily. The idea with caching is that fetching data from the cache should be faster than fetching it from the original data source. Therefore, most caching solutions store data in memory, which is usually the fastest way to get the data. ASP.NET 3.5 framework supports the following type of caching: page output caching, partial page caching, data source caching, and data caching. Page output caching. Page output caching caches the entire page. It provides you to cache the entire rendered content of a page in memory. The next time any user requests the same page, the page is retrieved from the cache. You enable page output caching by adding output cache directive to a page. Caching multiple versions of a page. ASP.NET allows you to cache multiple versions of a page response declaratively by using attributes on the output cache directive, and it's vary by param attribute. Specifying the cache location. You can use location attribute of the output cache directive to specify where a web page will be created. Using partial page caching. Sometimes it is good to cache an entire page because some part of the page might need to change on each request. When a page contains both dynamic and static content, at that time, partial page caching is a good choice. For example, you might need to cache a set of database record displayed in a page, but not cache a random advertisement displayed in the same page. By the use of user control, you can perform partial page caching. Data source caching. There are 4 standard ASP.NET data source caching: SQL data source, object data source, XML data source, and linked data source. The linked data source control does not support caching, but remaining 3 supports the data source caching. By default, caching is not enabled for the data source control, but you can enable it by setting the controls enable caching property to true. You have to specify cache duration property as well. The data is refreshed automatically based on the seconds you specify using the cache duration property. The data are cached in memory for a maximum of 1 hour. If you are not providing a value for the cache duration property, the default value is infinite. Data caching. ASP.NET provides a cache class that allows you to store objects that require a large amount of server resources to create in memory. Cache class use key value pair to store the data. You can place items in the cache and later retrieve them for use. The cache class provides an important method named insert. There are several overloaded versions of the insert method available. Cache dependency. Cache dependency enables you to set the dependency of the cache with some data that can be changed. So you can update or remove cache by setting the dependency of cache. There are 3 types of dependencies supported in ASP.NET: file-based dependency, key-based dependency, and time-based dependency. File-based dependency. File-based dependency comes in picture when particular cache item change is stored on the disk. ASP.NET expire cache data items from the cache when the dependency files changes. Key-based dependency. If you have saved multiple interrelated objects in the cache and if one of the object changes, you need to update or expire all of them. Key-based dependency checks a particular cache item when another cache item changes. Time-based dependency. Time-based dependency causes an item to expire at a defined time. ASP.NET provides 2 types of time-based dependency: absolute and sliding. Absolute. It provides time for a cache item to expire. The object will be expired from the cache at a particular time. If you don't need to specify a value for this property, use the static field cache.noAbsoluteExpiration. Sliding enables you to reset the time for the item in the cache to expire on each request. You can use sliding dependency when different requests are coming from the same item that are available in the cache. If you don't need to specify a value for this property, use the static field cache.noSlidingExpiration.